My name is Sally Marie Cox, SALLYMARIECOX. Central Community College, the human services field, lays a wonderful foundation for an individual to pursue many paths that human services provides. When I started the human services program, there was a long-term goal suggested to me that this could be a stepping stone into a greater vocational opportunity. And I worked with my advisors at that time to look at bachelor's and graduate level programs so that I could pursue what I needed to for vocational advancement. I did get a bachelor's through the accelerated program, which was new in that day and is pretty standard practice now, and then went on as a graduate student at the University of Kearney. The education and experiences that the Human Service Program provides students is not only usable from day one, but it can be built upon to take yourself to wherever you would like to go. There is immediate placement that you could have in the community, or you can transfer the credits over to additional colleges. Human services is a umbrella term for helping people. And so many individuals start education thinking they want to help people. And so for somebody who really wants to narrow that meaning down for themselves, it's a good way to get exposure and understanding for what helping people really looks like. Part of the experience in the Human Services Program through CCC is for a student to actually go out in the field and experience what helping people really means. It is hands-on, getting right down in there in the nuts and bolts of how do you interact with people. Practicum is so essential in your education. It gives you the face-to-face learning that you can't get out of the book or from a video or a TED Talk. And it puts you right up with the people and the real life situation because everybody walks with a story. And in helping people, it's understanding that story and providing options to make the story different. The Human Services Program and Central Community College lays the foundation, and I've said that, and it probably sounds pretty vague. Foundation means how do I really talk to people, and how do I listen to understand what's really being said? In a practicum setting, students get one-on-one interaction with the individuals who need the help. In my particular field, I work with people who have severe and persistent mental illness and or addictions or what we would classify as co-occurring disorders. And the students get this firsthand experience with those individuals. And the greatest pleasure I have in working with the practicum students is for them to realize they are real people and not diagnoses out of a book. The benefit for students coming into a practicum site is the collaboration that occurs with the instructors and the teachers from the site itself. There is supervision not only with the teacher, but with the practicum site, weekly meetings, room for questions and growth. As a professional working as a practicum site in the community, I get to work with these students who are coming out and testing the water. They learn, they may feel like they're dropped in, however, they learn how to swim. And my experience has been that they succeed to the point that we have hired straight across practicum students who have been a part of our program. I would choose human services, and in coming to Central Community College, because it was community-based, I think that is critical as a student to know that you have the support and the familiarity with where you're going to. Because going out into the full world of human services can be very overwhelming. And by having that personal connection, it helps you be successful.
Ashley Allen, ASHLEYALLEN. My name is Ashley Allen, and I am a 2014 graduate of the Human Services degree. Goodness gracious. My name is Ashley Allen, and I am a 2014 graduate of the Human Services degree. I chose CCC for my Human Services degree because when I was in the military, I was a mental health care specialist, and from researching online on what the core classes were, they related a lot to my previous experiences in the workforce. As a graduate, I would recommend the program because it really prepared me to further my education in the human services arena and also prepared me to walk straight into the workplace and know exactly what I was doing. After I graduated from CCC in the Human Services Department, I was able to move on to my bachelor's degree in behavioral science, and it was an extremely fulfilling experience because I knew all the material already, and it made graduating with my bachelor's much easier. Someone would enjoy the human services industry if they're looking for a purpose in their life and helping others and giving back to their community. A degree in human services can open up a lot of doors for you in the workplace. You can work in a residential facility, you can work in an outpatient clinic, and lots of different day programs. My degree in human services allowed me to work right with the community members dealing with severe and persistent mental illness, and then quickly moved up to a day program, which helped with activities of daily living and getting them more independent within our community. Following that, I was able to get a job out at Central Community College as the Veteran Military Resource Center, where I help veterans integrate back into school from military life. My degree with the human services field here at CCC prepared me for my current job as a Veteran and Military Resource Coordinator in the ways of looking at the whole person, where one aspect of their life may cause barriers in others, and really looking at the person as a whole instead of a single aspect of them has helped me to take care of the veterans here at Central Community College and get them where they want to be in their future. In my current position, I assist veterans in their reintegration into civilian life and the school system. And my human services degree has helped me do that by looking at the veteran as a whole person and not just small little aspects of them that make up that person. The environment of the human services degree and the course itself is very close-knit. You get to know your instructors extremely well. You develop a relationship with them. The environment and the course here at CCC in the Human Services degree is very close-knit. You really know your instructors, you know the people you're in class with, and you really learn from each other, and you learn from each other's experiences. A lot of the classes were only a few students, so we really got to develop programs and studies together as a whole unit versus being distant away from everyone else. Having a small class size at CCC was the most beneficial part to me. Coming out of the military and jumping right into school was a terrifying aspect for me. And being able to have just a few people in my class with an instructor that truly cared about me as a person made my experience a much more successful one. I served in the United States military, U.S. Army, from 2008 to 2012 in the behavioral health specialist field. When I moved back home, I wanted to get the civilian equivalent of my job in the military, and CCC offered that almost perfectly. And plus I got credit from my military experience in that field, so I had to take less classes, which is always a good thing. The human services field is one that is very fulfilling, and for a high school graduate that may be looking for a program, the human services field is a great place to start because it opens a lot of doors employment-wise and furthering your education past an associate's degree that only this degree can provide. When I was working as a behavioral health care specialist in the military, I worked on both an inpatient psychiatric unit and an outpatient clinic doing intake interviews. During that time, I really got to see how my work with other people can impact their future in a positive way, and that really opened up my eyes to the helping field and what it can mean for you internally and the fulfilling and purposeful nature that it provides. And that's why I chose the Human Services degree here at CCC. I don't know, the instructors are amazing. I mean, I'm still friends with them to this day. I mean, I've never lost touch with them. Both Janice and Joyce Meineke were instrumental in my success as a student, not even just my associate's degree, but my bachelor's degree, and now as I work towards my master's, I still pull back things that they've taught me, things that they've showed me. And the thing that sticks out most to me in this program is the teachers. The relationship that I got with the teachers themselves has been a friendship that's lasted long beyond my graduation date. They've assisted me in just about every aspect of my furthering education through my bachelor's degree and now into my master's degree. I pull back things that they have told me and showed me that has helped me to be a better student, a better person, and a better healthcare provider.
Leonard Robinson, Leonard Robinson. My name is Leonard Robinson, and I am currently a student in the Human Services program at Central Community College. I choose Central Community College in Hastings because I live in Hastings for convenience, and it has the Human Services program. Well, in Human Services, I'm from using my life experiences, I can help others through their life problems. Well, I'm in the drug and alcohol program of Human Services, and I want to be a part of someone's positive change to let them see that there is a better way to live without the use of drugs and alcohol. Well, I enjoyed coming to class. It is very interactive. We have conversations, which helps with learning, and it's pretty easy going. Okay. Well, after I get my associates, I plan on getting my bachelor's in the drug and alcohol program also, and kind of going towards being a drug and alcohol counselor. I joined the military in 2002. Being a veteran and wanting to come back to school took some thought, but the Veterans Service Office was very helpful. They told me the options I had to get myself back to school, and what they said was right, and which got me here to go to school. So I would recommend this program to somebody if they were wanting to be helpful to other people. The Human Services program is a great stepping stone to other career paths. It covers everything from child care to drug and alcohol counseling. So you can go, like I said, child care, you can go social work type things, caseworkers. I enjoy interacting with people and learning, and the quality of instruction we get here is high quality. It's very, like I said, the classrooms are interactive, so us, the students, the teacher, we all talk, discuss, and I think that's a great way to learn. Well, there was a time I got to go up to the board and write out an acronym I made up for some of the principles in the Human Services program, and so that was that's something I normally wouldn't like to do, but facing fears is an important part of this too. So with my experiences in life, that's why I chose the drug and alcohol program, because I want to help people see there is a better way to live than with drugs and alcohol, and I'd like to be a positive part of that change in their life.
Amy Case, Amycase. My name is Amy Case, and I'm a human service major at Central Community College. I chose Central Community College because I'm a non-traditional student, and it was a lot easier for me to be able to get in, and it worked around my schedule. I have a full-time job, and I'm a single mother, so working around my schedule, I can take classes, and I don't have to take them every day of the week, and I've done online classes, and it helps to be able to fit into my life. All the students in the classes, there's a whole bunch of different backgrounds, ethnicities, age range. You meet a wide variety of students while you're taking classes. I chose human services because I have a background in drug abuse, and I wanted to be able to help people get through that the way I was able to. It's really interesting for me to be in the human services program because I get to learn a lot about myself, how I think, where I'm at. The classes are fun and interactive, and I'm able to learn how to be a better person while I'm also learning a career. I've been in smaller classes, and I've been in few where they're a little bit bigger, never one that's more than like 25 kids, so you're able to learn a lot more and get the information you need and have your questions answered. I love taking classes at Central Community College because the instructors are always there to help, or other students are there. They have a lot of resources as far as like using the writing center and stuff like that to help with papers, and I don't know, it's really opened up my eyes to a whole different world. I like the human service field here at CCC because the instructors know what they're talking about. They have backgrounds in that stuff, and it's really interactive. They get to know who you are and help you find the best fit for a career later on down the road. My questions have always been answered. I have a lot of people in my class even that can help me out if I can't find something. The instructors have always been available when I need them to be, either through email or stop in their office. My favorite thing about the Human Service Program is learning more about myself while I'm also learning to better myself and have a career, and I really enjoy learning how I think and why I do the things I do, and I'm learning a lot of that.
My name is Janice Hill, Janicehil. My name is Janice Hill. I am a master's level social worker in clinical social work, and I am an instructor in the Human Services Program at Central Community College. It's amazing. It's very fulfilling, and it gives you the opportunity to have a huge impact on somebody's life and help turn a terrible situation around into something much better. With a human services degree at the associate's level, you can do a lot of that entry-level human services work that puts you kind of front line with your clients, whether they be the elderly, whether they be domestic violence survivors, whether they be mental health consumers or addicts. It's all that front line work with an associate's degree. Once you've completed the associate's program and find out that this is the field that you're passionate about, folks often want to go on for additional education. The Human Services Program here is a great launching pad into four-year degrees like counseling, behavioral services, social work, and programs like that. From there, you can continue to go on into master's level social work, counseling, and degrees such as that. When you participate in the Human Services Program at CCC, there are actually two different program choices within that one, and you can go into drug and alcohol counseling or the generalist program. And regardless of which you pick, you'll have an opportunity to have hands-on experience in a facility. If you're looking at addictions, it's inpatient recovery, intensive outpatient, residential, halfway houses, things of that sort. And you're in there and you're doing and you're working alongside people that have been doing it for years. In the generalist world, you're right in there working frontline with mental health consumers, teaching them new skills, learning all sorts of things about how to make their lives better. So there's lots of hands-on stuff going on. In the classroom, we have a neat opportunity to have face-to-face relationships because they become a very tight group of students. They all have these hearts for helping, and so they develop great friendships, and they're actually working with future professionals. And we also have a part of the program that is online. And so, but because these are such people-centered professions, a lot of our coursework is face-to-face in the classroom. Within the Human Services Program at CCC, you have the opportunity to do internships where you're hands-on with the kinds of people that you really want to be serving and working with them and learning from people that are currently doing it. When you're in the classroom, which is a predominance of our educational process, you're face-to-face with instructors and other students who are all like-minded. There are some online classes that help you with the technology piece that's often accompanied in the professional world. So it's a little mixture of both. One of the benefits of being a human services student is that it is an intimate profession, and therefore we have many opportunities for an intimate classroom, some smaller numbers where you can speak and interact with maybe a half a dozen, 8, 10 students, which is really a neat option. Lets people feel comfortable, let their hair down, and talk about things that matter to them. There are large classes as well where you have 25, 30 students. So it gives you that mix and a good blend of that intimate part and then the larger part that prepares you for a four-year institution if that's what you choose to do. There are so many great reasons to start with an associate's degree in human services rather than moving right into a four-year. It gives you that hands-on opportunity right away. It gives you those foundational skills that you can use right away. And you can have a degree in human services and be working in the field while you pursue that four-year education. So you've really got a great launching pad. Once you get to the four-year, you've got that foundation that's just so critical to your success. When you're pursuing an associate's degree in human services at CCC, we call it a 2-year degree because it can be acquired in 2 years by going to school full-time, which is approximately 15 credit hours per semester. I encourage students not to be in a hurry, to take classes at their pace and be done in a time frame that's comfortable and successful for them. But it can be done in 2 years. A degree in human services prepares you for a variety of human interaction. That can look a lot of different ways. You can be working with people that are angry and upset about their situation. They could be in denial of a terrible problem that they have and think that it's not a big deal and need to fix it, and you're there to be able to help them see through some of those things. You're prepared to work with abuse and violence. A human services degree will prepare you for a variety of different kinds of people in a variety of different kinds of atmospheres. We can be working in residential settings with people who live where they need the help. You can be working with veterans at a veterans hospital or support center. You can be working with addicts in the hospital. You can be working with the elderly in their home, dealing with all sorts of situations, all sorts of emotions, cognitive levels, ages, doesn't matter. It's a wide variety. There's some really cool things that excite me about the Human Services program, and oftentimes it's bringing students into the program that they know they've got that heart for helping, but they just don't know where they belong yet or the kinds of populations they want to serve. And through their coursework and through their internships and a little guidance from their instructors, because we see and we feel and we can sense where people kind of belong. And watching them evolve and find that place of belonging and find that passion and that sense of excitement, that's an amazing thing for an instructor to watch.